All right, some breaking Minnesota sports news on a Monday afternoon. Rocco Baldelli is out as Twins manager after 7 seasons, the team announced in a release posted on social media. First, just some facts. Baldelli went 527 and 505 across 7 seasons as the Twins manager. Took them to the playoffs 3 times. Did it in his first 2 seasons in 2019 and 2020. In 2019, the Bomba Squad Twins won 101 games and won the AL Central, and Baldelli was named the AL Manager of the Year. But over the last 5 seasons, they made the playoffs just once. That was in 2023 when they won the AL Central with 87 wins. And finally snapped some long droughts that year. They won a playoff game against the Toronto Blue Jays, snapping an 18-game losing streak. And they won that series against the Blue Jays, advancing to the ALDS, their first playoff series victory since 2002. We all kind of know what happened over the last couple seasons. The 2024 Twins looked to be well on their way to going to the playoffs again before kind of an epic collapse down the stretch that saw them squander playoff odds that were above 90% at one point. And then this year was just kind of a continuation of last year's struggles, a new low point. Twins won 13 games in a row earlier this year. They were 34 and 27 at one point, and then finished the season 36 and 65, traded away 10 players before the deadline, and lost 90 games for the first time since 2016 before Baldelli was hired. It kind of felt like this was becoming more of a possibility as you read the tea leaves over the past couple weeks. The Twins did pick up Baldelli's club option quietly earlier this summer for 2026, but it seemed like as this miserable season came to an end, somebody was going to have to take the fall for what's gone on, not just this year, but the past couple of years. And that guy turned out to be Baldelli. Now, the question that you can ask, and I think is very fair, is that deserved? How much of the Twins' struggles over the past couple of years are Baldelli's fault? It's tough to assign blame to a manager or to calculate how much of the blame should go to a manager in baseball. The Twins' ownership famously slashed their payroll by about $30 million after that 2023 season, which doesn't help Baldelli. The front office, led by Derek Falvey, made a bunch of signings, low-level signings in the 2023-24 offseason that didn't work. And then they traded away basically everybody, or a big chunk of the team at the trade deadline this year, which left Baldelli without a bullpen. With that said, it's not surprising that this happened. Managers are an easy scapegoat, and Baldelli is out. The Twins are going to begin the search for their next manager immediately. More to come on this story at Twins on SI.